Hi, my name is Ciara Longsinger, and for our topic, treating yourself like an athlete, I would like to talk about the emotional and physical aspects. According to an NCAA study, they found that 30% of surveyed athletes feel extremely overwhelmed, with nearly 25% feeling mentally exhausted. It is very common for students to feel swamped with classwork, but these studies also show that depression and anxiety are very prevalent among players as well. Today, I'm going to share how treating yourself like an athlete involves more than just the physical aspect. Whether you're a student, professional, or just trying to enhance your fitness, understanding the athlete's mindset can help anyone improve emotionally and physically. There was a time when I thought working harder meant doing more, such as training every day, saying yes to everything, and never taking a break. I felt the best I ever had until I saw myself beginning to burn out, run out of fuel, and begin to not enjoy the sports I once loved. Most of us treat ourselves like machines, pushing harder, doing more, without stopping to think about maintenance such as mental health or off days. But even professional athletes know that performance isn't just about grinding for your goal, it is about recovery, mindset, and balance. The main points I want to cover in this speech are the emotional and physical demands performing in a sport takes on your body, the tolls that being an athlete takes, and how to protect your mental health through all of life's ups and downs. Emotional discipline and physical commitment are hard tasks to maintain, especially as college athletes when we already have school, work, and other activities to juggle in our lives. We can continue to take control of our lives emotionally by creating goals that are realistic and achievable, while also managing the pressures from our coaches, teammates, and/or family. We should prepare ourselves for life setbacks to not feel too disappointed when opportunities do not work out like we intended them to. We also need to take accountability if we make a mistake and self-motivate when life gets hard, but that is all easier said than done. Keeping ourselves on track physically is also another task in itself. Consistent workouts, nutrition, sleep, and downtime are all major keys to being an athlete that we need to make time for. The most important part of our physical commitment is knowing when we are slowing down and having grace when you need a day off. No goal is going to completely disappear when you decide that you need a break from the pressure. So being able to recognize that you need time is one step in the right direction. The toll that our sports have on our mind and body is simple, but can have a long-lasting impact if not taken seriously. Physical fatigue and overtraining can be identified as soreness, sleep insomnia, and a lowered immunity for sickness. These signs can be easily reduced with rest and recovery periods when you're not feeling 100%, but often athletes overlook these signs entirely. Mental fatigue can be identified as burnout, loss of motivation, indecisiveness, or irritability, and these lead to the feeling of needing to be perfect and overachieving your goals rather than recognizing your body is telling you it needs a break. Lastly, keeping your mental health in mind is a must. We need to continue to normalize our mental struggles because it is okay to ask for help through therapy and support in people we trust. By making self-care a priority, you are minimizing the risk of depression, anxiety, or isolation from ruining your entire life. Even though these may be common struggles many people and athletes deal with, it is not okay when they are interfering with the activities that you love. Treating yourself like an athlete is about balance. Emotional strength, physical care, routines, and mental awareness are all keys to making yourself successful when competing in your sport. We make so many sacrifices when being an athlete, so give yourself some grace when things do not go how they should have. It is okay to delay your gratification in a goal if it means you are in a better mindset than where you started. Therefore, you do not have to be a professional athlete to take care of yourself as one. By staying physically active, protecting your mental health, and building a realistic routine, you can improve your performance and your overall well-being as a whole. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Respect your body, respect your mind, and train for yourself, not just for a goal. Thank you.
Hi guys, my name is Kayla and I'm here to segue us into the next part of the speech, which is ways to treat yourself during the season to make sure that you have the best athletic season that you can. Now I split the speech off into two different parts. We have preventative care and daily tasks that you can incorporate into your life. So let's start off with preventative care. There are just a few tips and tricks that I have, little things that you can do that will make your season that much better, even just your practices that much better. So my first one is chiropractic care. Chiropractic care helps prevent further injuries, it enhances mobility, and it helps you aid in muscle recovery. Not only that, but it improves joint mobility, flexibility, and range of motion. It helps reduce inflammation and it improves circulation to reduce the risk of injury. When you improve circulation, there's more blood flowing into your muscles, allowing for a lot more active muscle recovery. As someone who is an athlete herself, I do partake in chiropractic care. I go about once a month to a chiropractor, and I've noticed a big difference, not just during my practices, but also before and after. I feel as though I'm recovering better. I feel better after my practices. I'm less sore. There's no pain. It's just been miracles. And there's also a new technology that you can give a try, which is the red light therapy. Red light therapy is also said to help improve circulation, which is also helping that active muscle recovery. It's said to help healing, so if you have had an injury in the past, or if you currently have an injury, it'll help you heal. It's not going to heal you, but it is a step in the better direction. Then you can listen to your body. Make sure that you're getting enough sleep, that you're staying hydrated, that you're fueling your body throughout the day. Incorporate rest days. I am a big fan of rest days. I will always advocate for athletes to take rest days. Rest days don't have to be that you're just laying in bed, that you're not doing anything with your life. Rest days can be active. Low intensity movements is what I would call an active rest day. So stretching, walking, maybe a small run, any type of cardio, stuff like that I would incorporate into an active rest day. For the next category, we have daily tasks that you can incorporate into your life. So I have stretching morning and night. Again, this is something that I do personally. I've noticed a big difference. It helps improve flexibility and circulation. Again, just getting that blood flow to your muscles, allowing for active muscle recovery. Drink enough water, and if you find that you aren't drinking enough water, there's a lot of tips and tricks on the internet that you can use to help you drink more water. There's the water bottles with the times on them, so you know how much water you should be drinking by each time. You can add electrolytes into your water, so if you're not drinking enough, you're still getting hydrated because you're getting those electrolytes. You can add flavoring, which isn't something that I would opt for personally and not something that I would recommend, but that is a tip and trick that is out there if you need it. And I would incorporate daily gym times. This doesn't have to be weightlifting. It can be weightlifting, it can be Pilates, it can be walks, it can be running, any other type of cardio. Just getting your body moving. The type of training you do really doesn't matter. All that matters is that you're helping your body move and you're gaining strength. Now, another key part when it comes to treating yourself as an athlete is to know how to recover post-exercise and how injuries impact the body. I will pass this part of that speech to my colleague Leah for her to explain it all in depth. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Leah, and today I'm going to be talking about recovery, injury, and how the body functions as an athlete. Even if you're not a pro athlete, your body still deals with stress from workouts, work, and daily life. The difference is, athletes plan their recovery just as carefully as they plan their training. Most of us don't do this, and that is where the problems begin. Recovery is where real progress happens. It's during rest that your body repairs muscle, reduces inflammation, and rebuilds tissue. Without enough recovery, you're likely to get injured, feel burnt out, and stop making progress. Here are a few simple tools to support recovery. Number 1 is sleep. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night. This is when your body does most of its repair work, building muscle, balancing hormones, and clearing out inflammation. Skimping on sleep slows everything down, including recovery. Next, it's extremely important to stretch or foam roll regularly. This helps release muscle tension, improve blood flow, and keep your body moving well. You don't need to do an hour of yoga. Just 10 to 15 minutes a day can help prevent stiffness and reduce your risk of injury. Next, it's extremely important to hydrate and fuel your body with good nutrition. Water keeps your joints lubricated and your muscles functioning properly. Pair that with balanced meals with enough protein, carbs, and healthy fats to give your body the building blocks it needs to heal and grow stronger. Next, it's extremely important to take rest days seriously. They're not optional. Rest isn't being lazy, it's being smart. Your body can't perform at its best if you're constantly breaking it down without giving it time to rebuild. Recovery days are just as important as workout days. When you get hurt, your body goes through 3 phases: inflammation, repair, and remodeling. If you skip recovery or keep pushing through the pain, you interrupt that process, and small injuries can turn into chronic ones. Athletes don't ignore pain, they treat it early. They prioritize mobility, nutrition, and rest. You can do the same, even on a budget. In Good to Go by Christy Ashwanden, she emphasizes that recovery and injury healing is individual. There's no magic tool or universal fix. What matters most is tuning into your own body signals rather than chasing trends. Recovery isn't weakness, it's part of training. Treat your body with the same care an athlete would, and it'll perform better, longer. And that leads us to David's part, where he'll talk about the mindset behind all of this. Discipline and consistency. Because recovery only works if you actually commit to it. Just like training, showing up, and putting in the work every day. Thank you.
Now that we've talked about recovery and how the body functions through injury, I would like to go over the next 2 key point of habits in an athlete's mindset, which I believe are pretty much the most important ones. It is discipline and consistency. Now with discipline and consistency, these are the 2 qualities that I believe that turn real effort into progress. The main point I would like to go over is discipline and consistency are pretty much the backbone of success. Not just for athletes, but for anyone striving to reach their goals, whether it's weight loss or achieving that job that they've always dreamt of as a kid. They're the difference in between wanting something and actually achieving it. And first off, I'd like to go over discipline. Discipline is what gets athletes out of bed early in the morning, even when they don't want to show up. Even when they're tired, it's what keeps them practicing long after the excitement might fade away for them. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline is really what makes you show up anyway for yourself. And Serena Williams once said a quote that really stuck with me. She said, "Luck has nothing to do with it because I've spent many hours, countless hours on the court, working for my moment in time." The quote perfectly captures the mindset that everybody should have in life. Success isn't accidental, it's always earned through very hard work. And for us, this can mean sticking to a study schedule, showing up to class on time, healthier habits, maybe whether it's eating or just in life in general. When we act with discipline, we're training ourselves just like athletes are when they're training their bodies with purpose and persistence. And finally, I'd like to go over consistency. But discipline is never enough. Consistency is really what helps you progress in your field of work or your sport. But if you're an athlete, consistency is really what's going to help you take your game to the next level. It comes from showing up day after day. Consistency is what helps build strength and confidence and results. Think of a runner for training for a marathon. It's not one long run that makes them ready, but the weeks and the months of steady effort and preparation that builds that endurance. In everyday life, being consistent means following through on our commitments, even when no one's watching. It's how we build trust in ourselves and our goals. Small repeated actions are what create big chances over time. And finally, I would like to go over some ways that you could apply discipline and consistency in your everyday life. So treating yourself like an athlete means creating structure in your own routine, setting goals, building good habits, and holding yourself accountable. Discipline helps you start, but consistency is what helps you grow. Together, they create momentum. Even when progress feels slow, those daily efforts add up into something powerful in the future. So while discipline and consistency build the foundation for success, the next part of treating yourself like an athlete is knowing how to take care of your body. Because performance isn't about hard work, it's about recovery and balance as well.
Did you know that poor nutrition is one of the leading factors behind sports injuries? What we eat doesn't just fuel performance, it also protects our muscles, bones, and joints. Proper nutrition plays a critical role in preventing injuries by strengthening the body, supporting recovery, and maintaining overall health. The connection between nutrition and the body's resilience is important. Key nutrients that help prevent injuries are also important, and practical nutrition strategies for everyday prevention are also important, which I will get into next. Proper nutrition supports muscles and helps to repair bone health. And the link between nutrient deficiencies such as vitamin D, calcium, or protein help prevent any injuries. And having good hydration versus poor hydration and a poor diet will prevent fatigue and strains or sprains. For example, athletes who follow balanced nutrient plans have lower injury rates. Now, the key factors for injury prevention are protein, which builds and repairs muscles, calcium, vitamin D, which strengthens bones and reduces fracture risk, omega-3 fatty acids reduce inflammation in joints and muscles, and carbohydrates and hydration maintain energy and prevent overuse injuries. Practical strategies include eating well, eating balanced meals before and after training, staying hydrated, drinking plenty of water, avoiding excessive processed foods and energy drinks, and meal timing is very important. Consistent eating times, eating patterns, and recovery and strength. Overall, nutrition builds a stronger body. Specific nutrients protect and heal. Smarter eating habits reduce injury risk. And good nutrition isn't just about performance, it's your body's first line of defense against injuries. Fuel your body because prevention starts your plate.